Good afternoon, my name is Josh Wilbert, and the topic I selected for my presentation today is classroom harassment. I'll be taking a look at three different types of classroom harassment, the first being bullying, the second being a more general form of classroom harassment, and third specifically being sexual harassment. First and foremost, I would like to look at a definition of bullying and what constitutes bullying. Bullying is the purposeful behavior intended to cause harm or distress. It occurs repeatedly, it occurs over time, and in relationships where there is a definite imbalance of power. A subcategory of bullying is cyberbullying, something that has become very prevalent over the last few years, and that is sending or posting harmful text or images via the internet or other technologies. Social media outlets such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have become popular avenues for cyberbullying among students today. The next type of harassment that I'm going to look at is just a general form of harassment, and this is verbal or physical conduct that shows hostility or aversion towards an individual based on race, religion, gender, national origin, sexual orientation, and much more, while creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive educational environment. Now we're going to look specifically at sexual harassment, which Chapter 4 of our textbook looks closely at. And of course, this is a subcategory of harassment, and sexual harassment is all of the following. It's unwelcome propositions or requests for sexual activity, unwelcome sexual comments about a person's body, clothing, anatomy, or looks. It is unwelcome spread of sexual rumors, is displaying sexually suggestive pictures, drawings, cutouts, ornaments, figurines, or other objects. It is touching or rubbing oneself in a sexually suggestive manner, or unwelcome sexual notes, stories, jokes, kidding, or other types of language. Most importantly, what we need to know is that sexual harassment is against the law. From Title IX of the Federal Education Amendments of 1972, it reads that no person in the U.S. shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. There are potential consequences for violations of bullying and harassment of any sort. Specifically, I focused on USD 259 Board of Education policies. Policy 1464 prohibits bullying or harassment in any form on school property, in a school vehicle, or at a school-sponsored activity or event. And policies 1116 and 1119 state that all complaints will be promptly and thoroughly investigated. Appropriate disciplinary action will be taken up to and including expulsion from school, and even false complaints will result in appropriate action up to and including expulsion of the student making the false accusation. Now, what do I do in instances of bullying and harassment? Well, if you are a student who is a victim of bullying or harassment, you should tell the perpetrator to stop, report the incident to an adult, and keep records of the event. And this may involve written records or saving texts or images. Now, if you are a student who is a witness of bullying or harassment, you should speak up. Silence cannot protect the victim. You need to offer support to the target of bullying or harassment and get involved in the solution by creating a support or leadership group. Now, what do I do if you are a teacher who is a witness to sexual harassment, or bullying? The Supreme Court has ruled that schools may be held legally culpable for failing to address instances of bullying and harassment. So, as a teacher, if you witness bullying or harassment, you should review school and district policy, be sure to keep a written record of the event, and immediately report the incident to an administrator or direct supervisor. In conclusion, we need to remember that anyone can be a victim of bullying or harassment, and it is our responsibility to create a safe learning environment for everyone. Thank you. That concludes my presentation, and this last slide are the references that I used to create this presentation. Thank you for your time.